Get my camera. Dang thing. I turn the camera around, and when I tell it to start, it turns it back around. Stupid camera. There. Okay. Stupid phone. They call them smartphones. I guess I could have swiped the screen and done it. I'm still here. I've been rearranging, cleaning up, and trying to get my mind on other things. But I think about the Barrett about every minute. Togo was a big part. He was my buddy for 20 years. So, but saw some guy talking about that Terry and Tari. Oh, it could be well, yeah, well, that's been going a long time. There's a lot of rehashing the old stuff, and Forrest told. I got to find the story where he talks about going down the Bighorn River and interpreting the murals on the canyon walls while he was going down that Bighorn River. That's similar to the same thing. How you doing, Maria? Similar to the same thing that I found is the stuff, and I was working on my art, and this one picture, I call him. Isn't that chaos? That's chaos, isn't it? Isn't that anybody else got anything like chaos? That is chaos. Yeah, I have a lot of trouble getting over losing him. All you gotta do is I'm gonna take him over to the taxidermist sooner than I planned on it, because just to get Egos out of the freezer, I gotta see Togo in there, and I'd rather not see him in the freezer. Seeing him after he's taxidermy is a different thing, but sitting in a plastic bag in the freezer isn't too pleasant. Bill's streaming. Let's get some attention. I'm not getting attention. I need to go out right now. Yeah. And Jack and his demand for attention, part of, I don't know if Togo thought Jack was getting too much attention and he wasn't getting enough, or what. But I keep thinking, what could I have done? There's nothing. He's gone. You can't bring him back. And I didn't fill up my teacup. Nope. I had the last little bit in there. And where's there? I don't know. Is somebody else streaming? Somebody else says, "Oh, Bill Gorman's tries to stream at 7 on Sunday. Maybe we'll cut in on top of him." That's what happens, If there's nobody here, it's because others are. That one of them tension hog channels took over. And see, filter today. Yeah, I don't see him, but yeah, just me. Mine's the only one that says live. Yeah, Lou and Ron are a waste of time anymore. There's someone. 6, yeah. What else I think about? Yeah, I'm looking for. Well, one guy, man, I watched one video. Guy was mentioning some tar pits down in New Mexico. I don't even know where that is or what. And Toby come up with, it's below 8,000 feet. I, you know what? You're almost 8,000 feet when you hit the Colorado border. So he's like trying to eliminate Colorado still, because you don't even get to the tree line to get up in the trees until you're over 8,000 feet here. The trees in the mountains start at about 8,500 and they go to about 12,000 feet. There are trees on Wolf Creek Pass and it's 11,000 feet. And there are trees there, and he's trying to bring the tree line to 8,000. No, the trees are between 8 and 11. if you're below 8, you ain't got no trees. You're in the desert, and it's not in the desert. And where there ain't no trees isn't the mountains. And I need to see that sinus doctor because I got a sinus headache right up here, right in there. Yeah. Oh, Toby's eliminated Colorado. The Forrest, when he was calling off the winter surge, he made sure he didn't call anything off. He never called anything off on southern Colorado. Never. Northern Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, call that off because of the winter storm coming, But he didn't want to interfere with anybody in southern Colorado. Or he would have said all of Colorado, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana. No, that's not. He said northern Colorado. Jeez, heavy. Green. I don't know. I haven't asked what the brands were the last time I bought some. I got a new drone coming probably tomorrow that I'm going to be able to survey these rock formations really good with it because it has its range and all that. You get a drone, you want a drone that comes with the monitor on the controller and everything. You don't want to use your phone and a GoPro and the drone. There you got 3 corporations. You got to make sure that phone talks to the drone and it talks to the GoPro and what happens is you get one of them drones that's made up of this from there, and then the company that made the drone, well, it's your phone doing it. It's not our responsibility, But if you get it where all the controller, the drone, the monitor on the controller, and all is made by one company, then they can't blame the errors it's making on one of the other companies. Togo's now Togo's passed away. Togo's he's passed away. He died was it Tuesday morning? Or when was the 6th? I think it was Tuesday. No, I guess that was Thursday he died. He didn't make it long enough for me to try and get a prescription for oxygen to put him in an incubator. That veterinarian should have sent me home with some oxygen for him, or at least a prescription, or while he was in there, has told me to go pick up send a prescription over to one of the oxygen suppliers and have me pick some up. It might have, but who knows? It might not have helped him. He He had a stroke or heart attack or something, and the parrots do that. I've saw stuff. 14-year-old parrots have heart attacks, and I don't know. I can only guess what happened because they didn't even get any blood tests from him to verify anything because he was stressing out over them trying to stick him with a needle, you know, and they weren't very good at sticking birds with needles, I guess, if they didn't get any, because what you wrap them in a towel with the head covered up and all that where you can't see what's going on, and on their back, and they relax. Yeah. Yeah, he was 20 years. I've had him 20 years. He was 20 years old. He was a millennium bird. He was born um, uh, 3 days before Millennium New Year. So, and I want I'm six. I'm going to be 62 next month. I don't think it's a wise idea to get another parrot because they can live for 60 years. And yeah, and I got Jack is enough. He's got me getting up every 5-10 minutes to let him in or let him out. Let me in, let me out. Let me in, let me out. And it's too much for me. Yeah, you guys, little guy has too much energy, and it dewormed him the other day, and now he has twice the energy he had. You know, it's like you should have left you with your worms. At least it slowed you down a little bit. Yeah, I don't have energy for getting up and down for Jack constant. So he needs one of them doors. He needs one of them pet doors with the magnet that he wears on the collar, and he goes and the door beep beep, But that thing be going beep 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 all day long. um, yeah, new Sylvester, huh? You got a cat? Yeah, drops. Yeah. Catch a turtle dove. No, no. I was thinking maybe a crow or a raven would be neat. One that lived outside. When I let Jack out last night and went out last night to water the sagebrush, and there was a big raven on my shed, and Jack went and chased. Why'd you go chase him off? I want to talk to the raven. Crow. Yeah. One of my friends paints, draws crows. One mascot. Crow. Yeah, I was talking about Bighorn Canyon. That's the crow reservation up there. There's a crow and a northern Cheyenne are up there in Montana, and Forrest had a story about going down that canyon, the Bighorn River, going down the Bighorn River, and interpreting the ancient the murals on the canyon walls that the natives had left and stuff. And that's just like with the stories on the canyon walls. His stories are on the canyon walls and stuff. And I was looking up the Bighorn River, so in the river, it ends at the dam. When Forrest did that, the dam wasn't there. The dam wasn't there when he did that. It's all hidden under the waters of that. So that's gone. So you need a substitute for that. And that's the canyon here. Below the home of Brown. David Jennings Brown. He was the owner of 3,500 acres called Bootjack Ranch. There you go get a haircut. See, you got these wild ones that, you know. You know what the crows hunting group do? Keep track of who didn't pull their weight, who eats more. Yeah, and they recognize who the bad guys are and who the good guys are with humans too. Reading a little beaver world by, you know, yeah. I'm wearing my mammoth shirt. I had to do my laundry. I got a bunch of other shirts I'd like to wear, but the mammoth is great. Beaver told the way. Oh, like Beaver Cleaver. And why did Wally and Beaver? Why did they make their last name Cleaver? Come on. Yeah. Leave to Beaver. Yeah, we used to watch that when I was a kid. And Lost in Space. 6 poles in the ground. 6 foot poles. Oh yeah, sure. They use it for a hammer, huh? I don't think. What happens when that pole hits a rock? Yeah. Winona's Big Brown Beaver. I love that song. I did write the book. Yeah, there's always a joke in it. Oh, I want to get a cup of tea. Hang on a second. I'm going to get a cup of tea. Put some sugar in it. Two scoops. I'm going to turn the teapot down. I got a teapot and a water pot on the stove. See, it's nice and steamy. Yeah, I caught the clip of Toby giving condolences for he didn't even know Togo's name. Didn't know Togo's name. Doesn't know for an intelligence officer to not know what a African gray parrot is. It's call him a parakeet. There's no intelligence there. I'll tell you that. And then you know you got me blocked from your channel. So what the hell? You know, it was like fake sympathy. It's totally fake sympathy. You know, no email. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, just call him a parakeet online on YouTube and. Yeah, there's no intelligence there. Togo was an African gray, and African grays are some say are the most intelligent animal other than humans on the planet. Them and dolphins, you know. I have a spreadsheet, over 500 words he'd say. There is a pirate in me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've decided Togo's found there's a taxidermist that specializes in pets, and they happen to be only 100 miles from here, so I'm gonna take him over there. And they've got a backlog, so it takes about 8 months. Yeah, yeah, I saw you trying to tell him, and Davio told him it was Togo. It was African gray, but Toby doesn't care what you say on his thing. He doesn't read that stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want him flying or he has one of them little. One of his favorite toys was this little mouse in a ball. It's a cat toy, but you hang it from the ceiling and it squeak when he rattled it, and he'd hang on it and swing on it, and he liked hanging and swinging on ropes and stuff. So I'm thinking of having with his wings, like he's maybe flying it with his ball with his little mouse in it, and then if the wind would move, if it's hanging from the ceiling display kind of thing, maybe the thing would squeak if the wind blows it or something. And I have a couple of hundred of files of audio of him talking and whistling and Bridge on the River Kwai and Andy Griffith and all that. So I have a bunch of audio files, and I was thinking maybe I could have the taxidermist put a little Bluetooth speaker inside of him with all his audio on there and a motion sensor, and you go by him and he'd make him sing. But that's still an option. Because I've seen little speakers like that at the vet. No, not mounting him on no drone. Just yeah, he's not a toy. He's oh, one guy, I guess apparently he said, friend told me some guy accidentally clicked the laughter emoji when I put the Togo had passed away. I lost my buddy, and the guy put the little ha 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 emoji, and boom, I threw him out of the group. No, it's not funny when my parrot I've had for 20 years and my best friend, um, you know, when he dies, it's not there's nothing funny about it. So let me see. Yeah. Um, yeah, I lost a dog. My dog Wobby. It was 2012. He got hit by a car. That was hard to handle, But I'll get. Eventually, it won't be so fresh in my mind. I still look over where his cage is, and I want to say hi. I'll be back when I'm going out the door, and there's no parrot to talk to. You know, at least he talked back too. Um, yeah, yeah, I've got. I was going through my files on my computer and gathering the videos I have of him to make a video for him and the pictures because I got them all in separated by year and month. All my video files and picture files and all that on a backup drive. And how much? I got Hours on battery on the computer because I hadn't started my generator. It's 35 degrees at 7:30 at night. That's nice. That's better than 15 like it's been. Yeah. Got his feathers on my peace pipe. Togo forever. Yeah. Well, I actually got an idea when I was thinking about putting the Bluetooth in him. Yeah. Wouldn't it, the personal assistants, the Amazon personal, Google personal assistant. Wouldn't it make more sense if the personal assistant was a parrot? If you had if it was like a taxidermy parrot, but a fake parrot, a little fake parrot. you know, you can go and put him on your shoulder, and just ask him what. um, yeah, and Togo. I was at the Lake Mary Flea Market in Florida, and I asked the guy with the pet shop. I asked him if he had any African grays. He said, "I will in 2 months." Because he was just born. He just had hatched him, and so I came back 2 months later, and there he was waiting for me. And it was $900 for Togo with a cage and bag of food, and so I got him when he was 2 months old, just when he was weaned from his parents. Brought him home, and he loved doing Bridge on the River Kwai and stuff. Yep, I gotta look underneath my griddle to see if my teapot's still got flame under it, because I leave it so low it goes out sometimes. So I'm trying to get something from the book here. What can we get in the book? I think that's an important part. That last page, where his father talking about, now I feel that my father is sitting on the edge of a cloud somewhere watching. If he knows everything about me, he's pretty busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. But I hope he knows that I've been sometimes guilty only by innuendo, and that's why I wrote my epitaph with such profundity. I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. So there he's talking about lighting the candles at both ends, and which is the double blazes. There's a blaze at each end from where warm waters halt to Title of the Gold, basically. And then he said, I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. Was he attributed to hiding a treasure? Was he attributed to, I wish I could have done that. It was a dream. And it's a dream to acquire that treasure. And so, and somebody without the imagination isn't going to see the murals on the walls, on the canyon walls. Not going to see those. His memories are on the canyon walls. If you're too blind to see that, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. It takes a spiritual person, and spiritual doesn't include Christianity, basically. Spiritual is the stuff before Christianity. Spiritual goes into pagan and pagan isn't always all what people make it out to be. Evil, evil, evil. No, there's good and there's bad in every religion. I was just watching a thing uh, about the people in England. I watched the time they go digging up archaeological sites and stuff. And there was a family that they new to England, and they become the the lords of the land in that area, or whatever. And they were torturing people and hanging people, and if you don't believe like I do that oh Lord of God, we're gonna stretch you out and embowel you, disembowel you. And the churches did a lot of evil stuff, a whole lot of evil stuff. Oh, the church has saved me. No, that's not how it works. It's an evil church. Maybe in the last 100 years there ain't been so much of that evil stuff, but even in the colonies, they were burning witches, burning people for not believing like or having a little different belief than they do. And Forrest was talking about what the kids or the you got to understand what might drive a kid to go into the school and shoot all the students and stuff and stuff because that kid was teased to death and pushed to doing what he did, and Forrest is this whole treasure hunt is a social experiment to see how many lives he can influence, like his father influenced all those students. He wanted to influence as many lives as his father did. Well, he's surpassed him, I believe, because his father didn't have the internet he only had what students showed up in his class. Yeah, don't mess with shaman. And like I showed that picture of, I was looking at the one that picture I made, and it's like, man, that looks just like chaos. It looks just like chaos. I'll show you again if you missed it. Right there. Doesn't that look like chaos? Yeah, there's a bunch of Yeah, I had a fixed meatloaf the other night, and I got one more serving of meatloaf for tomorrow. Had meatloaf yesterday, meatloaf today. But I had Chinese food day before yesterday. There's Jack. Yeah, it does look like chaos, huh? And anybody else find chaos out there? Help, Joe. Hey, Joe. Look, she's coming back. Who's coming back? It's big. That hasn't built dams to history. Would have Washington. Yeah, and something about the beavers. Where in my search area, there were two beautiful beaver ponds. Beautiful beaver ponds. They're on Google Earth, and this one is a huge dam, and oh, don't call me Warren. My son coming home from work or something. I didn't let him interrupt the stream. I can call him back. Dogo didn't make it anyhow. I guess my son doesn't follow my channel. You know I was streaming. Don't call me what I'm streaming. Let's see if Jack will come in. I'll send him a message. Come on, Jack. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, he says, no. When you come out here in the cold and play. Up. Best director. Same. Best director. Up director. Joe's wife making him watch Oscars. No. All is lost. Yeah. The Oscars. They had what's his name on there? The troublemaker. Hoffman. I heard Ron Reed Hoffman is so upset. Is he? Yeah, he's involved in the pedophilia stuff. Yeah. Yeah, my treasure mind is kind of, I get interrupted by Elephant Rock. Which one? Which Elephant Rock? I sent my kid a message, let him know I'm streaming. Oh, there he is. There. Had a TP and a sun image on it. Artifact once again. TP and a sun image. My little map I made out of the poem has a sun on it, and I didn't put any teepees in it. How'd they carve it in stone? Some of the stones they made stucco like or cement. While they're chipping away at some of the stones and the debris from it, they take and mix that into cement and they patch it up, and a lot of the rocks are like that. You see, and it looks disorganized, but once you look at it, after you marvel gaze a while, you can see the patterns in it. And that's why it's easier to take a picture and I get it home and you look at it in a different light, increase shadows and things, and stuff comes out. So, yeah, I wonder what the kid want. Hopefully none of the kids heard. I mean, my granddaughter had her nose operated on, and then had her appendix removed, and then the other one broke her collarbone, and then my son had his appendix removed. It seemed related to distance. Yeah, gaze is a stare. Stare at it until you see what's there. The people were within 200 feet couldn't see the blaze. They didn't see the blaze. They didn't marvel gaze because they couldn't see the blaze. Have you any stereo pictures? I have two 3D cameras. Yeah, and it has a lenticular display on the back. um, Trees will rise up in your eyes like needle. Yeah. Randy Newman in Cars. Um, yeah, a lot of the blazes can be seen from your car. That's why you leave your friend and get out and take a look. You ain't going anywhere. Yeah, you can. See, yep, Randy Newman. Which one? Randy Newman in the Page group. He played that song in Cars. And I was eating fiddle faddles. Had meatloaf and fiddle faddles. Any new question? What else they talk about on Toby's stuff or whatever that we need to cover? Fly over two planes, take the same video, and look at both. You get stereo even better than 3D photos. Or you got a camera at the tip of each wing. That song sucked. Yeah, Billy Ocean, get into my car. Hey, you. uh, yeah, he was playing his song thing over and over and over again. But I think I shut it off. I got tired of it and turned it off. See, you're another level. You had the photo magic working. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those, like Forrest said, the right person, the chosen one will see, and I was there at the right time for the right picture at the right time. It's like divine intervention put me there at the right time to get that picture winter solstice late in the afternoon when you can see Moses. So if you go look for Moses in the summer, you're probably not going to see him because the sun's not going to hit him right. It's got to be within a couple of weeks of winter solstice in there. So it's basically in December. That it was worth the cold. You ain't gonna see Moses unless you're here in December. But it got the Buffalo Cowboy car too. Now, and so why is the bullet hole photoshopped in the book? Why was his car called the Bullet? And he said his plane took a 50 cal to the nose. If you're sitting in the cockpit of a fighter jet, you can't see the nose of the plane. All you see is a window and sky. and the nose of the plane is like where you can't see it. So how do you know he took a 50 cal to the nose? Well, he said his plane took several of them, and one through his canopy, I guess. He got the glass that cut his face. So, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. He was shot down at winter solstice, like the sun at winter solstice, and Jesus at winter solstice. It lay and the sun sets for 3 days at its lowest point. It stays there for 3 days and then rises again, rises on the horizon, keeps moving back to the north on the horizon. And Forrest being shot down ties right in with that winter solstice sun thing, Boom! Knock the plane aside a little bit. Huh? You get a wrench on your. A wench, a wrench, or a wench? I have a YouTube channel to get the title? No, nothing to do with the. I brought the Buffalo Cowboy car to Fenn, and that's when Forrest did the staged picture with me, with him doffing his hat and doing the George Washington hand of God symbol. I had won the title. I've won the title. You don't get the prize until after he passes away, and I can't understand that concept. Is the mentality of most people, and so when you prove it. No, you can't prove nothing until he's passed away, and I ain't gonna hurry that. Oh, my headache. Where's that Tylenol? Didn't I just read something that Forrest wanted some Tylenol? Someone to mail him some Tylenol? I think I did just read something about that. Yeah, it's in a trust or a will or a, there's a trust in his will. So, learn more about a person at the funeral. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's gonna? That'd be interesting to hear some of the stories there. You open up my Dr. Thunder, swallow my Tylenol. Oh. It's flat. It's because I opened it probably 5 days ago. And it ain't half gone yet. Didn't want to swallow the pills with hot tea. Yeah, I'm thinking about my parrot, and I'm trying thinking about something. Trying to think about something about the treasure hunt. It's bad. I go get an Eggo out of the refrigerator, and he's in there in a plastic bag, and get reminded. So, yeah, Elephant Rock. I haven't been to that one yet. A friend of mine went there, and where's he? That's about 10 miles away from my elephant parade. I found it's a mammoth parade, and that's not an elephant rock. That's a mammoth rock. Calling it Elephant Rock is a distraction. Well, there were no elephants. Oh, yeah, there were elephants here. And being that they were sculpting elephants out of the rocks and mammoths out of the rocks makes it Ice Age. It's not Navajo, Hopi. This goes way back to the Atlans. And North America is where the Atlans were. It was Atlan or Atlantis. Ooh. I just moved my leg and pop and ow. Getting old. We were some descendants of beaver. You were descendants of beaver, huh? And a bear. Yeah. And I've heard some people are living proof that as a kid, people, oh, you're living proof that Indians fuck buffalo. No. Oh, I can't laugh. It hurts my head. Yeah, Tylenol start working, right, Forrest? Ballsy beaver. Yeah, the two nice beaver ponds that I don't know if it's a treasure hunter or some natural thing, but the beaver ponds have been, somebody drained them. If the beavers didn't drain, it was somebody drained them. And I doubt they'd be drained down to nothing unless there was some human assistance, you know? I could see maybe the top of the dam losing some and emptying out, but no, these were beautiful beaver ponds. And any treasure hunting, draining beaver ponds to look for the treasure, they need to go to frickin' jail. Hooking up with bear. Good for the bones. Yeah, and somebody talked about him saying, Forrest saying something about hot water heater or something, and when the water hit the concrete, it wasn't hot anymore. You know, or it's like his bronze that was splashing all over. Because it exploded when it hit the wet floor or something. You learn to do that on top of sand. Yeah. Like an aspen food and beavers. You know, the aspen and birch, the bark skin off of that stuff is excellent fire starter. Birch bark, aspen bark. Yeah, I've seen trees like, 10, 12 inches around that some beaver cut down, and it's, yeah, well, he can't haul off the big log, but he goes and gets all the branches off it then. It's easier beaver to trim under down around it. I don't know. Yeah, I got to check to see if that beaver's this next spring. See if that beaver's got his dam fixed. Yeah, it's video with the plastic cowboy suits. Oh, this beaver dam was 10 feet high, 10 or 15 feet high, and it was over 100 feet long. The big dam, and he's got these big giant boulders in the middle of his beaver pond. It's surreal, and these are sculpted boulders too. And I sat on top of the boulder taking pictures of the beaver pond below me, called the home of Brown. And I walked up on top of the cliff way up above it and took pictures of it down below. And yeah, been up there, you climb all over, and I think it's just these, his stories on the canyon wall. Those are the blazes and Moses, and I've got the Buffalo Cowboy car. Buffalo Cowboy car is Brave and in the Wood, because it was in the D of the word wood. And the funny thing I was thinking about just before I found the Buffalo Cowboy car, the small D, the little circle, the little circle in the middle of the D, the small D, there's a circle. And well, that's a patch of trees. That's a D hole. Or follow the dot, the O, the dot. So in the hole of the D, I found a rabbit. The rabbit hole. Rabbit in the hole of the D. Yeah. And it was funny that that little rabbit just sat there and let me take his pictures like he was just some spirit guide. Mustache itch. And Jack at the door again. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah, if he had a button on the door to open one, that would work too. Or if I just had a remote control, that would I could have a little switch, turn it on and off. Come on, come on, come on in. Come on in, Jack. Come on. You coming in? You coming in? You Jack? Come on in, Jack. Everybody's waiting for you to come in. Okay. Mind if I close the door and keep the cold air out? He'll scratch again in 3 minutes. I've got to go out. I got to go put gas in my generator and start that up. Yeah, I got the phone hanging on the speaker here, so as you know, the speaker hangs from the ceiling. Let me see. Oh. Yeah. A treat. Oh yeah, yeah. I got to open the new bag. He's got a new bag of treats. I just haven't opened the bag yet. That'll get him to come. Next time he scratches, I'll open the bag and get him a treat. But yeah, I open the door long enough for him to come in. If he don't come in, I'm shutting the door. It's not easy keeping it warm in here. We've got 71 degrees inside, 32 outside. Yeah, not much happening. What else do you would have announced? Someone would have announced finding the treasure last month. I'll tell you when the announcement will be within 60 days of when Forrest passes away. It'll be within 60 days after he passes away. That's when the announcement will be. That's why when I told him 3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. And are you threatening me? Are you threatening? Because I know his secret. And if you know his secret, you're a threat to him. Yeah, I said not earlier. I said that another day. I hadn't said that again yet earlier today. I think it will be before. It's not. No, it's from my cold dead hands. Moses was an important person. And so is Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston played Moses, and he says, from my cold dead hands. It's worth the cold. You're going to have to wait until he's dead. You can't have it. That's his. It's his. He's holding on to it. And you can't have it until he's in the grave. Yeah. Oh, and I couldn't believe somebody was hitting at Toby about Sitting Bull. You know? Sitting Buffalo. Something he was trying. I'll think about that. And it's like, man, he's hitting at Sitting Bull. Ding dong. Hey, Toby doesn't know what an African gray parrot is. It's not a parakeet. It shows a lack of intelligence. I thought they lacked imagination. I thought he was an intelligence officer. I didn't expect him to lack intelligence, not know what a African gray parrot is, not know the difference between that. And he also says, like the word live, the word live and the word live. He keeps using the word live for the word live. It's two different things. We are like, we saw U2 live at the Coliseum. We saw them live at the Coliseum, but the word live is used different. It's spelled the same, but it sounds different. And he refuses to use the word live. He always uses the word live. And that's if you're speaking proper English, that tells you that his teachers came from Mexico and didn't know proper the English, like she lived a long time, not she lived a long time. Is she lived a long time, or Forrest lived a long time, not lived a long time. There are two different. It's spelled the same, but there are two different ways to pronounce it. It's because it's two different meanings, basically. But yeah, there's little things where people don't get their English straight. Crazy Horse was a vision. I when in 1972, my family, we went on vacation and seen Crazy Horse. It looks exactly the same today. Just the face, and it's like that thing should have been done years ago. That's a tourist trap. Hey, bring the money. We ain't gonna get, well, you can milk them, you get it done and then charge money. Well, the other thing that the ancient people of Atlan had carved those mountains, and so when they put Rushmore and Crazy Horse up there, they destroyed the ancient carvings to put them up there. Yeah, cool. I had bought my pipe from Abenaki woman in New Hampshire, and she was taking truckloads of food and stuff out to the reservations at is it Wounded Knee? Little bit, yeah, Wounded Knee. A little chain stuck on my neck. At my shungite crystal from Russia, and the last, I keep going in for my my cancer stuff, and my blood keeps testing in the normal. So that's what this thing does. It purifies everything. Now my lights are flashing. You see the lights dim, bright, dim, bright. It's because my refrigerator's trying to turn on. Where did they get the shungite? I got it from Russia on eBay. On eBay, you want to look for the ones that ship from Russia. Then you're getting the real thing. Otherwise, they might just give you some black stone. Red pipestone is sacred. Yeah. I haven't found any red pipestone. There's a lot of volcanic rock and stuff. And Yeah, and I've been making art. I started making art again last night. Because after after I lost Togo, I won. Uh, that was my biggest gap in making my art. Apache teardrops. Yeah, I got a jar full of Apache tears. I found them. There's a when I was searching up in Browns Canyon. They okay. So there's Ruby Hill. That's where I got the Apache tears. Was Ruby Mountain. It's near Nathrop, up near between Buena Vista and Salida. Nathrop and the Browns Canyon. It's at the north end of Browns Canyon. There's a campground and stuff, and there's a river, and there's what is there's three volcanoes there. There's Ruby Mountain and Dorothy Hill. Dorothy Hill is a volcanic little plateau, and it's on private property, but the river is public. You can go under, so you're able to get in the river, and you just you're supposed to stay below the high water line, which the high water line isn't where the water is high now. It's where the winter high water or the spring runoff high water is. That's a high water line. But searched around there, and that's where you learn you don't go looking under rocks when you should be in the outhouse. If you're near a visit to the bed, if your body's saying it's pretty close to time to a visit, don't go looking under the rocks, because if you see something looking back at you, always bring toilet paper with you when you go out treasure hunting. It's better than poison ivy. You might look under a rock and get scared. Whoa! K-Pro was going live, huh? Yeah. You see, they try and take every day of the week, and so nobody else can stream, and they know what they're doing. Yeah. Nobody was doing Sunday, so and on Thursday I wait till after they're done. Yeah, Mike needs to marry her so she can gain her 200 pounds back. Yeah. So yeah, let me see. New 2 days ago. No. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't have much. I didn't have much to say. It can be a while before I get my mind off of Togo. Yeah, Gladys Kravitz. She's like Gladys Kravitz. You know who Gladys Kravitz was? Building bulls north of the border in Canada. Yeah, Sitting Bull. Yeah, I've watched the movies and the shows about them taking the horses up to Canada and running from the cavalry and stuff. And yeah, Chris is my son. I didn't see him. Where do you wait for you to go live and I start up? Yeah, I didn't see there. I don't see their current. I see that. No, I don't see them. Yeah, Jack is wanting in again. Let's go over here. I'll get a treat out for him this time. See, now when Togo's cage would be right here, it's not there now. And where are the treats? Here they are. He gets these jerky sticks. They're the best. And I take my they're good sized jerky sticks. They're like this. So it's like that's 3 treats. the amount of time he goes in and out the door, as much as because he says, I'm going to go back out. I want to go back out so I can come back in and get a treat. Here you go, buddy. I'm not going to make you shake. Yeah. All right. And I've got an hour. I don't have much to talk about for the chase right now. So the journey sounds good. Yeah. Huckleberry season is coming. You get strawberries that grow up here. Where I go hunting, there are strawberries. Yeah, he wants out so that he can come back in and get a treat. Oh, okay. No, that might. Togo probably could have used some. But I think I'm gonna call this one quits for tonight because I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go pee. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll come back on Thursday after Cal and K-Profit. Yep. All right. Y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your concerns on Togo. And yep. Good night, Chris. We'll see ya.